everybody. Glad you made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for tonight's main event. 10 rounds of middleweight action. Each man comes into this fight supremely confident, expecting to deliver a W. His poise is one of those things that cannot be denied. This is a very confident fighter. When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number 1. Teddy, through the history of the sport, this is one of the matchups that has produced some of the more interesting fights, especially in the lower weight classes, speed versus speed.
Who's going to be the guy that uses speed better? Who's going to be able to time shots and control range? That's what I'm looking at.
Boy, sharp two-punch combination by Sugar. Blocks that punch. Defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Sugar's left, landing well. Fires right back at him. Nice work with the uppercut. Well-timed counter shot. The overhand right after the block punch. Remaining in this round. And that does it for this round. Sugar's got to wake up to the fact that he just lost that last round. And the reason he did was because he wasn't efficient. He wasn't accurate. Yeah, he was throwing punches. He wasn't landing them.
No, he's throwing them from too far away. They're too wide. He needs to shorten them up, get into better range, and use that jab as a finder. Protecting his head well with his guard. Blocks that blow, and then a counter uppercut. He just missed that shot up top. Well, nowadays we have so many different weight classes. Used to be only 8 weight classes. Now with all the super and juniors attached to every weight class, you can go up and down the scale with ease throughout your career. Is that good for the game? No, I don't really think it is, because you're making it too easy for the fighters. You know, I'm not saying that it's not good that they have an alternate to a weight class, but a lot of times when you make things easy, they're going to go for the path that is easier. In other words, somebody should be a middleweight, now all of a sudden they're going to be a light heavyweight, they're going to be a super middleweight, where with a little discipline, they would have fit into that middleweight frame. It wasn't that they couldn't make it. Now, you make it so easy, they don't want to make it.
Great movement to get away from those punches. Last 10 seconds. This round comes to an end. A round in which this fighter threw a lot of punches, didn't land a lot of punches. I'll tell you, what advice can you give to him if you're the trainer?
Well, first of all, deal with the psychological part. Joe, don't forget, 75% of this game is psychological. Don't let him get discouraged, because even though he's not going to say nothing, in his head he's starting to get discouraged. Just say to him, hey, listen, you're going to catch him. Let's shorten him up a little bit. And you know what? He's moving his head, so go to the body. Because now you're going to hit him a little in the body, because the body's not moving.
Good looking counter punch. Missed the body shot. Serving well. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Good accurate work there after blocking that blow. Firing off the uppercuts. Great exchange. Parries the punch, puts one in there. Parries that punch away. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. Start of round number 4. A chance to look at Teddy's scorecard. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
A little defense turns into offense. He blocks the shot, comes right back with one of his own. Sugar's punch didn't come close. That's a clean shot, able to get in with the right hand. Sugar stunned, and he cannot block this onslaught. A crushing two-punch combo by Sugar. Here's something that's a key factor now, and that is his ability to simply defend himself. He's doing a wonderful job at it.
Yeah, he is, and that gives him the ability to always be fresh and confident round after round, since he's not taking a lot of punishment.
Mistargeted. This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. Hot thoughts being missed. I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Left and right. Left and right.
Money's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch.
Okay, get your hands up.
He comes right back. Big shot he just scored with. He was standing up to it, but now he goes down for the first time. Down he goes, but he's going to continue on, beating the count. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Halfway into round number 5 here. Flush shot lands after blocking away his opponent's effort. Oh, how about that? Comes back with a power punch of his own. Boy, some of the old school guys would really appreciate this, wouldn't they, Teddy? Just great upper body movement, so elusive up top.
Yeah, this is an example like they used to say in the old days. He stands right in front of you and you can't hit him in the backside with a head full of buckshot.
Final 10 seconds. And that's the end of round 5. Well, here we are later in the fight, and really nothing has changed. It's just what we saw from the beginning. He's just been doing a masterful job from the outside.
And nothing's going to change, at least not on his side. It shouldn't change. But his opponent needs to change something now. Otherwise, he might as well just put his hands up and say, hey, this is over, because that's how he's behaving.
That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good combination punch by Sugar. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Sugar's in a cycle right now that's not paying off for him. He has been busy. Yes, he's committed to trying to be on the attack, but not enough of these punches are landing.
No, I would not call this guy in, from what I've seen, to paint my house. Because, I mean, this guy looks like he paints graffiti boards. I mean, he's just throwing stuff in there, like you said. And it's just, it's not making the picture you want to see. It's not accurate. It's not effective.
Very accurate two-punch combo by Sugar. Money's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Sugar starting to bleed from the nose. His corner should be wary of that. Throws a counter punch there. And that's the end of round 6. How about this? Round after round and much the same. Just brilliant fighting from the outside. Good step back counter punch there. This is brilliant defense we're seeing here, every which way. Blocking punches, moving well, parrying punches away.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Now he has to connect the offense a little bit better.
Missed the target with that hook. Defense easily turns into offense. Blocks a blow, sends an uppercut. At the halfway point of round 7. Oh, good exchange there.
Keep working the jab.
Oh, they both land flush with uppercuts. He scores with the jab. Scores with the combo to the head. Good return fire that time. He's showing very good footwork. He's showing fine defensive movement here. But as for the opponent, how do you solve that?
Well, you got to make believe you're a football player. You got to make believe you're a linebacker in football. You go down the line with that running back. You don't go follow him around the place. You make sure you move laterally. That's exactly what he's got to do. He's got to cut that ring down, take space away.
That was off the mark. Able to land with the right.
Get in there, let's go.
Off target with that hook. Super two-punch combo by Sugar. The halfway point of round number 8.
Move your head.
Sugar swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent. He did not see that right hand at all. He may want to tie up. Hey, I know he's not. Oh, that's gotta hurt. He is not meant for life on the outside there, and he just paid the price. He goes down.
Because he didn't make his mind up. If you're not going to work out in front, get to a distance where you're safe. He stood there at a bad distance. No man's land.
Sugar's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. There's the headshot, but he parries it away.
Oh, God.
Flashes home with a hook. Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. Oh, and he's got something for himself, and it's a left hand. And that's the end of round 8. You sit ringside long enough, and you get a sense at what the scorecards are going to look like. I mean, sometimes they throw you off a little bit. But we know who should be ahead on the scorecards in this fight.
Yeah, and he does too, and his opponent does too, and you see it in his body language, starting to get a little discouraged a little bit. And of course, you see also that the guy winning right now, he's starting to behave like a guy that's winning. He's staying outside a little more, using those feet a little bit more, almost going into that kind of prevent defense you see in football.
Goes up top with the right hand. That punch just close.
Use the ring. Use the ring. Forward. Adelante.
Keep working there.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Sugar's doing well here with that two-punch combination. Carries that punch intended for the head. 90 seconds into the 9th round.
Move your head.
Way to block there. Some fine fundamentals. Good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use G. He used distance.
Lands flush with the combination upstairs. He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Sugar's defense has failed him down low. Did you see that? How is this going to go on? Once again, he hits the deck.
Well, he's getting practice at it, so he might figure it out.
So he goes down again, and give him credit for rising up and beating the count. But Teddy, this referee's got to have an eye on stopping this fight.
Well, if he's a real ref, if he's doing his job, he definitely has to.
Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Hits him in the mug with the right. That was another great round for him. He seems so fresh, Teddy. I can't imagine what kind of training camp he had to be this fresh this late in the fight.
Well, I can imagine. You know, I had my spies in there. They were telling me that they took a page out of the training book of the great Arthur Marciano. They went into the swimming pools during the day, and they were doing punches for a half an hour underwater. That is one of the reasons you're seeing the results you're seeing today.
Unable to connect by Sugar. Sugar sticking to what we've always known of him, Teddy. The style hasn't changed, even though he was knocked down earlier.
You know, a lot of trainers would say, hey, they pat him on the back. They say, there you go, kid. You know, stay with your identity. Just make sure that you correct a couple little things you need to correct.
Good, solid right hand he lands there. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with the counter punches.
Well, the old times used to say, when you're calm in there, when you're controlling there, you can make him do what you want. He made him tie his shoelaces right there.
Sugar's punch is far off the target. Last minute of this last round. Trying to go downstairs, but off target. That's an impactful right hand by Sugar. Sugar's so dangerous with that accuracy. A two-punch combination landing. Took a go into the body, but came up empty.
Hey, gotta see that coming. Let's go.
A consistently strong performance tonight.
You don't have to be a calculus major to score this one. Just put those 10 nines together.
And our ring announcer is standing by with the official decision.